Good morning, my love.
Hi.
Do you like to touch random ingredients now? Feel what's inside. Well, feel what's inside the bowl.
I feel like I don't want to. I feel like the fact that it has to be put in a bowl is a bad sign.
You're not going to be able to figure out what you're making unless you put your hands in the bowl.
I don't want to put my hands in the bowl. The fact that you want me to put my hands in the bowl makes me feel like I don't want to put my hands in the bowl.
There's no meat. There's nothing gross, I promise.
It's the beans, isn't it? Of course it is. Okay, I'm making beans and meat and veggies. I'm making some kind of beans.
You didn't feel the things on the right either. That's alright. Why don't you take off your blindfold and pick up the pepper grinder?
Oh. Exciting.
What?
I didn't realize that there would be chicken legs.
There aren't chicken legs.
What are those then?
Guess.
Turkey legs?
No.
Duck
Turkey,
legs.
yes. Okay, so you have duck legs, you have some ham, you have some saucisson. Do you have a guess of what you're making?
I mean, I've already given you my guess.
Right,
it's some
but
kind of bean thing.
do you have a more specific guess?
No.
You are making cassoulet.
Ah.
Are you familiar with cassoulet?
No.
It's a very traditional stewed French dish of duck and French garlic sausage and salt pork and beans.
Okay.
Cool, why don't you look at the recipe? I have it up even though I turned off the iPad.
First of all, I need to drain the beans.
Did you really not notice that there was a giant bowl of beans soaking overnight?
Yeah. I didn't know that meant it was for this. I just didn't assume that the beans were for me, Elizabeth.
Can you wash your hands over there while you're at it?
So, drain and rinse beans.
You didn't rinse the beans.
I didn't rinse the beans. Okay. Drained and rinsed. So set aside. Place stock in a large liquid measuring cup. Done. Okay. We'll find out if that's too much salt.
That's too much salt. That's yay.
You know, it's salt pork. What?
Yeah, you're right.
Cut into 3/4 of an inch cubes. I'm gonna go, I think, a bit smaller than that because this is so thin. There you go.
Nice.
Salt pork cubes. Add salt pork to the pot and cook, stirring occasionally until brown, about 8 minutes.
Okay. That was very loud. Let's get
Sorry.
that.
We are adding in the pork, and we're going to let it start sort of browning. Sizzly boys. They're not 100% brown, but like they're getting a little bit of brown to them. Okay. Pork.
So you're gonna want to get out like a bamboo skewer or something pokey, and you're going to want to poke a lot of shallow holes in the duck. You want the holes to reach the fat, but not go all the way to the meat. and that will help release all of the fat that is right underneath the duck skin.
Okay. So I am placing them skin side down in the hot pan. I worry that these will probably need to cook longer since they seem bigger than the...
Well, the good news is this is literally just to render out the fat and crisp the skin because they're going to cook for quite a long time in the oven.
Okay, fine.
See, that's what we're talking about.
Okay. Nice browning on the other side as well.
That's some beautiful duck.
Yes, it is. Okay, now we're doing the sausages. Alright, so 2 tablespoons of duck fat to keep. And the rest gets tossed.
What?
I did not consider things very carefully.
In what sense?
That was a dumb idea.
Yeah. Please join our Patreon so we can buy
A
a
new
new tablespoon measure.
So I will add the 2 tablespoons back into the pan. Okie doke. So next is onion.
You okay?
Yes,
Just
I'm
thinking
okay.
about how much you love me.
And onions. I love onions a lot.
What?
My eyes. So, cooking the onions in the duck fat and with the bits of whatever you call this, browning.
Fond.
The fond, yes. Carrot unpeeled, cut into 3-inch sections. It seems excessive to me. That's so few pieces. I'm gonna go a bit smaller. I'm gonna go like.
Well, no, because you're fishing them out after.
Am I?
Yes.
Oh. Fine. Same thing. 3-inch sections. Boys. Whole head of garlic through the thing. Wow. Top half is losing a bit. this a whole sprig?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 bay leaves. Gonna go like that one. And 6 cloves.
This smells like that pub you took me to for lunch when we were in Strasbourg.
It's true.
I was like, why does it smell so French? And it's just stuck fat and onions.
Okie doke. So, adding in string beans, carrot, celery, garlic, parsley, bay leaves, cloves, and stock gelatin mixture, which we're just doing stock. So, cloves, whole head of garlic, parsley, bay leaves, carrot, celery, and beans.
Don't cover it till it's simmering.
I know. I'm just very excited.
It's like a shield.
Yeah, I've got my pot lid shield. Okay, so it has come to a simmer. And I am now going to reduce heat and cover and simmer for 45 minutes.
See you at 45.
So, now I have to take out the carrot, celery, parsley, bay leaves, and cloves.
Should probably also take out any additional paper from the garlic.
Yes. Those beans. So they've definitely absorbed a lot of the liquid, I would say. That was garlic.
One thing it doesn't say now, because it says to do that as you're checking later, is that you should add water to make sure that the beans are should be almost completely submerged.
Mm-hmm.
Put in the salt pork and the sausage so that those get nice and covered by beans. You can get that nice and stirred up.
Should we cut up the sausage or just...
It's not traditional to.
Really? You can't really stir to incorporate a sausage that big. It's upsetting. That's probably good.
Other side. I wonder if you should pour in those juices.
I want to. I was going to say the exact same thing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Pouring in the little bits of duck fat and juicy bits.
So you put it in, and we check it every half hour to break up the crust until it looks done. The trick is you put it in uncovered.
Yes.
Cool.
Alrighty.
So it's been 2 hours?
Yes. It is time to mess with it.
Probably gonna need 2, yeah.
Don't know why I just got 1.
Ooh.
Alright. So, gonna So, it has been many hours.
Many hours.
It has not been as many hours as the recipe suggests. But that is because it is late and we are hungry and we would like to eat. So, we have decided to go a little bit on the lighter end. So, we maybe didn't quite put quite as much liquid as we needed to in at the end, because it definitely cooked down probably a bit more than it should have. But it looks nice and beautiful and browned, and we have a nice coating of crusty on top. All the meat looks really good. All the beans look really good. It has smelled really good for the past 4 or 5 hours. So I will call this a success regardless. Okay. So I'm going to serve myself. We've got one. Oh, I've just ruined a sausage. That happened. Got one duck leg.
Why are you using the mitt?
Because I was gonna touch the pot a bit. Because I need to touch the pot to like get. Okay, whatever. It's fine.
Just wondering.
Gonna get me lots of beans.
Don't take all the beans.
I'm not taking all the beans.
Okay.
Just taking a totally normal, acceptable amount of beans.
Okay, that's so much food.
It is. It's a lot of food. There are plenty of beans left.
Taste test time.
Okay. Gonna taste test the pork.
Try to get a little bean and a little duck.
Yeah. So they were right that the salt pork salts the beans just right. I think I was also right to put the amount of salt that I put on the pork.
Okay.
It's good. Gonna try the sausage, which looks really good and juicy. Oh. The sausage is really good. Okay. And
The duck you buried.
yes, I buried the duck. Well, I don't know the best bit of this to
It's
get.
falling off the bone.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's real soft.
Still moist?
Yeah, very crispy on the outside, very moist on the inside, just right.
Lots of good flavors.
Oh wow. Yes, really good. Very, very good.
So, flavor-wise, where would you rate this?
This is an A. This is up there, for sure.
You've never given anything an unmitigated A, I think, other than
Yes, I
the
have.
What
Yeah.
else? What else is up there in the Hall of Fame with this?
I don't know. I can't remember all the other things that I've made. The amount of watching that this requires is a bit annoying, and technically we should have cooked this for longer and been more careful about adding more liquid, but I still think that I would probably make this again.
Nice. So would you call that an A minus, B plus, like
This is like a B
for return on investment?
for return on investment.
Tips and tricks for the people watching at home?
Yeah, so I guess like the recipe is pretty malleable. You could use like chicken, you could use different kinds of sausage, you could probably use different kinds of pork.
I would definitely say for the slow cooking, I wouldn't use like a boneless, skinless chicken breast or anything. Like you need some dark meat that has a decent amount of fat on it to keep it moist for cooking this long.
I
So
imagine
you'd want to
you
go
could
with
do this-
chicken legs or thighs.
I imagine you could do this in a slow cooker, right?
Probably wouldn't get the crust on the top because it's really
Yeah,
important
that's
to
true.
keep it
You wouldn't get the crusty,
baking on the outside.
but might be something to consider.
Cool.
So no,
And how are the
we should try
beans?
that.
You haven't really talked about that, just the meats.
The beans are really good. They are just right, a little seasoning. They're very mushy, very soft, very delicious. They just soaked up all of the
Flavor.
the flavor juice, and they're great. I'm Adam. This is Himbo Chef. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so to see all of the rest of the wonderful videos that we make. Below we will have a link to the recipe. We will have a link to our Patreon where you can support us for some amount of money and get videos sooner than everybody else so that you can be the coolest person that you know. You also check out my website if you're interested in fitness stuff, www.gains.af. And yeah.
We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.